Is another lockdown coming as a result of the new COVID variant called Omicron? Let's get into it and talk about what the president just said as he addressed the American people on this new COVID variant. Let's get into it right away. But if you haven't done so yet, or if you happen to be new here, make sure to hit the subscribe button right down below the video, as I'm here for you each and every day with all of the latest updates as information is changing very rapidly. I'm always here every day talking about the stimulus package, otherwise known as the reconciliation bill, Social Security, retirement, disability, SSDI, survivors, SSI, VA, RRB, low income, no income, stimulus checks, and everything else that is going on out there right now. So if you want to stay tuned with all of that, make sure to hit the subscribe button right down below the video, and I'll be here for you each and every day. All right, thank you so much. I truly appreciate it. Let's get right into this. All right, so I want to quickly talk about what the president just addressed in his speech to the American people on this new COVID variant called Omicron. Now, typically I don't make dedicated videos like this, but I want to talk about this because this is still very brand new information, and we're still learning more about this, and the president was just out a short time ago addressing us, the American people, on this because we want to know what's going on. Now, he talked about a variety of different things, and I do know that this is a very controversial topic in regards to the vaccine and the virus and all this other stuff. And please just remember, I'm here to bring you the updates as we hear them, as they're being announced. I'm not here to persuade people. I'm not here to tell you what to do, anything like that. I'm just here to bring you the information. So let's get into this and talk about it. So the president was just out a short time ago talking for about 15 minutes and taking questions from a few reporters after he got done speaking. Now, he's talking about the new Omicron variant that was just discovered on Thursday out of South Africa. Now, here's what's interesting about it. Even though it was just discovered a few days ago on actually Thanksgiving Day, it has already spread to multiple different countries around Europe. It's in Israel, it's in Australia, and it has been confirmed in Canada as of yesterday evening. Now, the president said it is cause for concern, but it's not cause for panic. So, as I reported actually yesterday in one of my videos, some of the reports that I was seeing out there is some Americans were going into panic shopping mode, quickly buying up a bunch of different goods in the event we could potentially be looking at another lockdown type situation, which I'll get into here in just a second because the president did actually talk about that in one of the questions that was asked by one of the reporters. So, we certainly want to talk about that too, because does that mean we're going to revisit early 2020 days? Well, you'll find out here in just a second. All right, so the president continued on talking about this Omicron variant and everything going on with it. Now, again, I'm not here to tell you what to do, but I will tell you the main message behind the president's speech today, and that was basically telling everybody to get vaccinated. However, he did continue on to tell us more information about this variant, basically going on to say it is inevitable and it will arrive here in the United States. It is just a matter of when. He also did offer some further explanation as to why he offered a travel ban from those 8 countries in South Africa, why that travel ban was actually put into place so quickly. And a lot of people were actually giving a lot of criticism, saying, hey, you jumped it way too fast here and you should not have imposed those travel restrictions. Well, here's what he said in his speech. He said that he implemented the travel restrictions so that it gives more people, us apparently, the American people, more time to go out and get vaccinated. So, kind of interesting. I honestly think that was a little bit pulled out of the wings there. I don't really think that was necessarily planned to be said, but apparently he said it was so that we could go out and get vaccinated right away, to get prepared for this new variant to arrive here. So, I don't know. Again, take it or leave it, whatever. That's just what he said. So, kind of interesting. However, one of the reporters did also ask, what about lockdowns? Are those still on the table right now, or could we potentially be looking at another lockdown? The president simply said that lockdowns are currently off the table. Currently off the table. In other words, he didn't say that lockdowns are for sure not coming back ever again, but he said that they're simply off the table currently, right? So as of right now, as of this minute, they're not on the table until we learn more about this variant. So kind of interesting how he almost left that a little bit open-ended. I mean, the way that question was actually answered, to me, I would say that question was completely 100% open-ended with the answer that was given. So it doesn't sound like we're going to be looking at another lockdown anytime soon, but again, it was not definitive, saying it's never coming back. So kind of interesting. I don't know. You got to kind of read between the lines with all this stuff going on, because we do know that a lot of times they, speak out of both sides of their mouth at the same time. Any politicians. I'm not just saying that about the president. I'm simply saying that about all politicians, right? They speak out of both sides of their mouth simultaneously. So anyway, some pretty good stuff as far as some updates on this. Dr. Fauci did also speak for just 30 seconds or so. He didn't speak for all that long, but he did answer one of the questions out of the reporters. But basically saying, the president was saying, and the Dr. Fauci was basically saying, we still need to learn more on this. It's still very early right now. It could be a couple weeks until we actually get further information as far as all the research and everything going on with this. So apparently, basically what they're saying is we don't really know a whole lot of answers at this time. So a lot of things are still up in the air right now. The president did also allude to mask wearing. Again, I know that's also a very highly controversial topic. Again, I'm not here to tell you what to do, but the president did also say he's not going to implement a new federal mask mandate, but rather encouraging people to wear masks when they're out and about in public and around other people. So again, not necessarily making a federal mask mandate, but rather recommending that that's what we should be doing. So again, just telling you what he said. All right, so with that being said, let's quickly talk about Congress for just a couple minutes here. So the Senate is back in session as of today. They're going to be working on this reconciliation bill, otherwise known as the stimulus package. Meanwhile, they have a couple other very important topics on their plate right now, which is the NDAA, National Defense Authorization Act. They're going to be working on that as well this week. That's going to be very important, as well as they're going to be trying to figure out something to do about this continuing resolution, as in making sure that the government is funded so that we're not looking at a potential government shutdown here in the next couple days, because they only have until Friday until it's all game on again, until we could potentially be looking at a federal government shutdown. So that's something that the Senate will be working on very diligently this week. It's all three of those, very important. So next, the House of Representatives will be back in session tomorrow, and they're going to be working on a variety of different things as well. And, they'll be doing something this week for sure. It's going to be a very busy week this week when it comes to all of these things that they have going on. Pretty much the most important at this point is making sure that the government doesn't go into a shutdown. That's very high on their priority list. Also, they've made it very clear that they will be working through this stimulus package. This is also very high on their priority list because they want to skip town and get out of here for the holidays, right? But according to some reports that I've been seeing and a number of different lawmakers, they've been coming out saying, I don't think we're really going anywhere anytime soon. It looks like we're going to be working right on through the holidays. So again, we don't know the answers on that until we actually see it play out in real time. But they're actually going to be working on it, right? And then, of course, the NDAA, we talked about that already, but they're going to be working on it as well. That's about a $768 billion defense authorization. Again, there's a lot of pushback on that, but that's something else that they need to be working on right now. So a lot of weird stuff coming out today once again, but when it comes to this variant, like I said, usually I don't make dedicated videos talking about the COVID stuff and these variants and stuff like that. I usually focus my content around Social Security, low income, retirement, disability, SSDI, survivors, SSI, VA, RRB, no income, low income, stimulus checks, the reconciliation bill, all these other programs that are out there for low income and fixed income. I usually like to focus around that stuff, but when it comes to new content like this, as far as this new variant, and it's all still very new out there, a lot of us want to know what's going on with this thing. Like, seriously, how much of an impact is this going to cause? What's it going to do going forward here in the United States? What is it going to mean for us right here? What's it going to mean for the rest of the world? What's it going to mean for everything? Seriously, the stimulus package, what's it going to mean for potentially stimulus checks going forward? There's a lot of different questions out there, which is why I'm doing more research on this, because I want to figure out, what does it mean? What does it mean for us, right? But at this time, we don't really have a lot of answers. And that's what the president was saying today. And that's also what the doctor was saying as well, is we don't know much yet. It's going to take a little while to learn more about this. But Yeah, so we'll have to watch it very closely here. But anyway, I've already got some more information cooking on the back burner right now for my next video, which again, there's a lot going on out there, but I kind of wanted to give you a dedicated video here talking about what the president just said a short time ago when it comes to this variant, as well as a quick update on Congress and what they're doing right now. As we speak, I don't know. Maybe they're working, maybe they're just sitting around sipping coffee and talking about their long holiday break. I'm not really sure. Something's happening. Whether it's actually work or not, I'm not really sure. And I'm not willing to bet on that either because that's not a bet I'm willing to take, right? But either way, I'll keep you posted. So thank you so much for watching this. I really do appreciate it. Make sure to subscribe right down below the video. It's totally free to do so. I'm here for you each and every day with all of the latest updates, making sure that you're staying tuned with all of these updates as they're going forward here. And ultimately, as your one and only daily advocate, I want to make sure that I'm helping you get as much money and benefits that you possibly can as a result of these multi-trillion-dollar stimulus packages and all of these other changes that are going on out there, because it's a tough time. We all recognize that, but there's always money on the table, and you always just got to figure out what we can do to get it. So that's my job here for you. I'm here for you in any way that I can be. So again, thank you so much for being here. I really do appreciate it. Go back and check out some of the other nearly 2,000 videos. Share them with your friends, family, social media, and I'll catch you again later in the next video with more updates and things that will impact many people right here in this community. So enjoy your day. I'll catch you again later. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you soon.